Last week I was on a shoot with a friend for an interior setup and he asked me to bring the fog machine. We set it up, we used it, 10-15 minutes later, it stopped working. Now, we know from this video above the most common reason why the fog machine would stop working is the fluid not getting pulled in. This was not the case here. I tried several times, I turned it off, let it cool down, and then turn it back on. Now, there are 3 other reasons why this can happen. The first is the power. The power was on, my remote showed red lights, it was ready to roll. The second most common reason is the pump stops pulling in the fluid. But as you can see here, the pump's working fine. Now the third reason is the heating system itself, and there is no way to fix it except replacing that. So today we're going to open this baby up and replace the heating element. So how can you be sure if it's the heating element that's not working? First of all, you turn off your machine and let it cool down for a bit. After that you turn it back on and you just touch the front of the unit and see if it's hot. If it's not, the next step is to actually touch this front nozzle here. Usually this is extremely hot and you would burn your finger off if you touch it, and that means you need to replace the heating element. Please remember, if you're opening up the fog machine or any electronic device, kindly unplug it from the mains, from the wall socket. I know my way around electricals very well, so I'm doing this. But if you don't know what you're doing, kindly hire a professional or find someone who can do this for you, who knows what he's doing with electrical devices. Now this is where the heating element is, and we need to open this up to get access to this little heating element in here. So this is the pump, this is the heating element, and this is a thermostat. So the fluid comes in from the pump, through this line, through the heating element, and out as fog. If it's clogged up, watch my previous video and try and fix it with that before opening up this entire system. The other thing that can go wrong is that the heat pump doesn't work, and that's again usually due to the clogging up, or this thermostat stops working. It's rare that the thermostat will stop working. Most of the time this gets so clogged up that it doesn't work anymore and you need to replace it. So I called up my guy and got a replacement for this heating element, and that's what we're going to change today. In order to bring this out, there will be some sort of locking mechanism in the front over here. Here you can see it's the nozzle itself. All I need to do is unscrew this. You might need to apply some force on this metal to access it. So that's the nozzle. And now you can bring this element out. Now on the other side of it, you have this little metal rod that you need to pull out. Okay. And as well as unscrew this bit here. Like that. And now the last bit, you just remove this and this, the power connectors, and that's your heating element out of here. So I just went to my local fog machine guy and got a replacement. This is a new one. I'm going to do the reverse now. Attach this, attach this. This is flexible. This little rod is flexible. You can connect it back in there. You just need the same nozzle. I'm going to put the nozzle in and put its washer back in. I'll also put this metal rod in this tiny little hole over here on this side. In this case it's on the other side. There we go. Just put the nozzle back in. You screw this part back in front. Put this in first. Alright, so we plugged it in, we set it up. Now the lights are not on. We wait about 3 minutes for it to heat up and we're ready to go. Okay, the lights are on. Let's give this a shot. There we go. And that worked beautifully. Now let's shoot something cinematic.
Girl, I saw you sitting round, but don't be wasting time.